Hello guys, it's me, Green Sniffy 101, and welcome to a series on crappy items I found in my childhood stash. Now, I apparently got my room adjusted, and then I have this entire bowl, this entire thing full of childhood items and crap that I never used. But then I remembered an item from a little video I watched about a ripoff system that I didn't even know was a ripoff. Now, this is what it looks like. I pulled up a video here. It is this piece of crap. I don't know if you guys can see that. This piece of crap, the Power Player. The most piece of crap thing that I never knew was a piece of crap. Mostly because this was the first Plus system I ever played. And then, when I was looking through my stuff today, I freaking found the thing. This is a piece of crap. This is supposed to be a ripoff of a Nintendo 64 controller. And the thing is, this is supposed to be a joystick. And if it's not gonna do anything, just at least let it move. So some kid would be like, I'm playing this game, but I really just want to move this joystick, you know? Because I want to be the real N64. And this is an NES game controller. No, not an N64 controller. It's supposed to look like that. But as you can see, that's an NES system. I've lost my battery pack. But this is supposed to be for NES games. And you're supposed to plop it in there, and you're supposed to play your freaking Mario Bros. And, yeah. And then there were two attachments that came with the system. This is the system. Yes, this controller is the entire system. You don't need anything else except for video cables that came with the game. I just didn't want to show. Who's interested in freaking cables? But I have them, so, yeah. And then there's this can plug into the system, giving you a secondary controller. Now, this controller is actually kind of unique, and I thought it was pretty cool that this existed. It has really confusing button things, but the fact that this little joystick thingy here can... Give me a second here. Can twist off, and you can play it like this, giving you a lot more, and I would probably play it like this more than anything else, because I usually play games with like a flat controller styles, and I don't really play it with a freaking giant stick thing coming out, because that's just plain weird. Go in. It's good. This thing is ancient. This is the most ancient thing I own. So, and then, yeah. So, that's not the only thing that this thing connects to. There is also, let me get this in here, a gun. Of course it's a controller, because, listen, does that sound like a gun to you? I don't think so. This was the controller I most remember, because one of the games I actually played on the system, and I barely played this system when I was a kid, was Duck Hunt. A game that I could play, and it was free, and I didn't have to buy it. It was just on the system with this piece of crap thing, and I was just shooting ducks. And I sucked at it. I remember I just sucked at it. I could not shoot the goddamn ducks, and I remember raging, and that's why this gun has a chip in it, because I threw it at the freaking desk, and it went, but that was for me being a kid, so this is probably the first thing I ever broke when I was a kid, and that's pretty freaking funny. So yeah, I'm glad this the secondary video is gonna go out, but this is a crappy system. The fact that you have to, these are all rip-off controllers, except for this. I don't know if it's a rip-off controller. It's just literal, it's a rip-off of a gun! A real gun! But of course, I think the Nintendo's done that a few times too. But not that realistic looking. It made it look like an actual controller. But the fact that this is the system is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna give this system some praise. I'm just gonna give it praise. That was all my arguments, and now I have less praise about it because I don't know much about this. The one thing that I like is that you have a D-pad that actually feels pretty responsive. Not that well, though, because it makes it feel like you're pressing... Okay, another complaint. It makes it feel like it's one button. It doesn't feel like when you're doing this, it feels like a separate control. It just feels like a sack of crap. Yeah, that's awesome. And when you were supposed to play the N64, you were supposed to play it like this, and then you were supposed to move your hand to the lower section and use this joystick while playing. You're supposed to use this joystick while playing it like this. Of course, that makes it one of the N64 one of the worst control designs, but the N64 was super successful, so everything was made up, and the only complaint was probably this controller for people. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is an okay system. It's not the worst. The only thing I would recommend is you make this thing move, but this company's dead now. So, hey, if you're still out there, company, why does this exist? I bet you pretty much hate this thing. But if you don't, you can tell me that on my video if you have a YouTube channel. Do you? Because I've never played the N64, but I remember people saying you're supposed to play it like this, and you're supposed to play like this, and then you're supposed to move your hand, and you're supposed to play with the what? And I don't want to throw this, but then it's a system that my dad actually pretty freaking appreciates, so I'm not gonna throw this thing, even though it's technically a piece of trash and belongs in it. Yeah, and I like this controller. Good buttons, they feel responsive, they feel like you can actually play this game. The only thing is that the buttons are a little bit wobbly, but I don't know if it was made that way. The fact that there's a start button and no select button. The first NES system had a start and select. There's enough space for start and select here. And my favorite fact is that you could twist off this and play it normally. And that's awesome. Great. And the gun, it's a gun. And I like how it clicks every time you make it. It's super satisfying hearing this. It's just... Whoa! That did not happen. But the fact that this thing makes a super satisfying click sound is pretty good. And the system wasn't bad. It totally didn't ruin my childhood. But I never really played it in my childhood, so it was a piece of crap regardless. And that is it for this episode on my crappy items. Or something. I want you in the comment section to tell me what I should name this series, because I just found this crappy system and I was like, I should do a video on this. I'm going to do a video on this. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.